Let's take a look now at what is happening in Europe. We've got Tom Belger standing by for us. And Tom, I know there's this report out from the consultancy firm McKinsey painting a very bleak picture of employment in Europe, saying that it could double to more than 11%, the unemployment rate there, and that it could take years to return to pre-crisis levels. What do you know?
Yeah, 59 million workers apparently at risk of job losses, pay cuts, furloughing, or other threats to their employment. The entire UK population is only 66 million, if that puts that into a bit of perspective. McKinsey set out two models. Their first one, the more optimistic model, that assumes the virus can be controlled within a couple of months, and that would see unemployment rising to 7.6%. With government job schemes actually shielding some of the damage, but still only recovering by the fourth quarter of next year. And the less optimistic model, just the one you're referring to, that assumes lockdowns continue throughout the summer. It's harder to get the virus under control. That would see unemployment skyrocketing to 11.2%. That's more than 1 in 10 of the workforce. But that is a staggering contrast with the picture just a few months ago. Because back in February, Eurozone unemployment was only at its lowest level even in 12 years. And it's particularly tragic, it's worth saying, for Southern Europe and for young workers, because unemployment there is still alarmingly high in some places and hasn't recovered, frankly, since the financial crisis more than a decade ago. Alexis.
And I also know that Prime Minister Boris Johnson in the UK, they're warning that a second peak of this virus could be devastating for the economy. And I guess that means the lockdown in the UK is not going to be lifted anytime soon.
Yeah, Prime Minister Johnson's actually still recovering himself from the coronavirus. He's put his deputy in charge, but it hasn't stopped him making his feelings known through his aides and the media. And the background to this is a growing debate now about when and how, as elsewhere, the lockdown will lift in the UK. And the media and opposition are putting heavy pressure on the government to publish some kind of exit strategy. But Johnson seems to be pouring cold water over hopes of a swift easing. And he's reported to be talking about a new normal rather than going back to normal. And that suggests a lot of the social distancing measures could be here with us for the foreseeable future. And there's a lot of pressure, though, the other way within government, interestingly. Several ministers now said to be warning privately just how much of a severe economic hit the lockdown itself is causing. So what Johnson seems to be doing is hitting back by warning that the real economic threat is a resurgent virus if the lockdown lifts too soon. Alexis.
All right, Tom Belger in London, thank you.